Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? Welcome back to Films with Royal Chuck. My name is Chuck, and today I have a Criterion and Arrow recommendation for you all because, as many of you may know, or many of you should know, the Criterion sale is going on, and the Arrow sale is going on right now at BarnesandNoble.com. Amazon also has Criterions on sale right now as well. So go over to those two sites and pick some up. I participate in this sale. I only have one Arrow title currently. I'm really gonna start triple my collection in the next week here or so when they get here, and I'll show them all off. We'll do unboxings for both Arrow and Criterion in different videos. But the only Arrow video I have currently is Weird Science, which I really enjoy. I like the new artwork on the front here with the girl they created or they replicated from a Barbie coming out of the bedroom. On the back is the description of the movie and then special features, which has documentaries, casting information, interviews, stuff like tons of stuff. And this is basically about two kids that get bored or are tired of being on the low end of the food chain in high school and decide to see if they can create a real woman out of a Barbie doll using electricity, and then it actually happened, and some other weird stuff happened in the movie. This is the original artwork, and then on the back is the same thing. Inside you have a booklet and the disc. The booklet has information about the cast and crew, two essays, one about the movie and then one about the comic book that has the influence on this movie, and then about the restoration. Here is the cast and the two main characters with their bras on their head. And if you've watched the movie, you've seen that. And then here is all three of them together. And then there's about the restoration. Really, really good release. Excited to. I need to watch this movie. Weird Science is probably the John Hughes movie that I watch the least, just because it's a little different than the other ones. I enjoy it, and I really enjoy Anthony Michael Hall. I need to pop this in and watch it. Coming up soon. They also have 16 Candles on Arrow video, which I'm getting in the sale and much other stuff. But yeah. If you're looking for Arrow video to pick up in the sale, I recommend Weird Science. It's a great teenage movie as well as science fiction, etc. Alrighty, now for my Criterions. And so I have 6 I'm going to recommend to you here. I'm a big collector of Criterion. I think I probably have 15 to 20 already. I got a bunch in this last sale. I did not get anything in July, so I made up for it. Spent too much money, but they are on 50%. And so there's a couple I may go back before the sale is over. But I really enjoy collecting Criterions, and something that I'm hoping my collection continues to grow and grow. But the first movie, or the first Criterion I have to recommend to you, is a movie by Noah Baumbach, and that is Frances Ha, starring Greta Gerwig. And this is a movie about Greta Gerwig and her best friend her best friend is going to get married, and so Frances Ha thinks that she's being betrayed. And it's about a story trying to sort out all of her ambitions, what she wants to do, while dealing with her shifting bond with her best friend. It's a really exciting movie. It is in black and white, and so it takes place in New York, so it has some good scenes in New York. In the movie, she goes to France as well. It's just a story about growing up and how to deal with changing friendships and people getting married. I really enjoy it. It's by number 681, and then on the back here is the information as well as the special features, which has conversations, and then it has basically some conversations between filmmakers and the writers and stuff. So I've seen this movie a couple times. I might actually watch this movie tonight, and I'm filming this on Saturday. This video is going live, of course, on Monday. But inside, you have the booklet. So there's Frances on the beginning. Here's her and her friend fighting in the park. And then here is what's inside the book. So, and then here is the cast. And then you have stuff like that. So that's cool. And then inside you have the Blu-ray and you have the DVD. We'll take that out. And then inside you have the artwork of New York. I really enjoy Frances Ha. Like I said, I'm going to probably watch it again very soon and watch the special features. I'm a big fan of Noah Baumbach. I'm a big fan of Greta Gerwig. They both wrote this movie together. And so, if you have not picked this up, if you've not seen it, I highly recommend, and that is Frances Ha. Another movie I recommend, and one thing I really enjoy about collecting Criterions is being able to pick up a lot of movies by the same director, by the same actor. And this one is a Charles Chaplin movie called City Lights. And I'm actually trying to pick up the entire Chaplin Criterion collection. I'm working on it in this one. And then I gotta see how many I have left and when I can pick them up. The City Lights is basically about Charlie Chaplin's character who plays a flower salesperson, and he falls for a young blind woman. So let me rearrange this. A young blind woman sells flowers on the streets and enjoys his character, takes him for a millionaire, and they get married, and some stuff happens, of course, because she can't see him because he's not a millionaire. Things like this. This is one of the most cherished films by Charlie Chaplin. I've heard about it. I've watched this movie. I really enjoy it. It kind of drug on at the end, but I really enjoyed the movie overall. Special features, we have documentary, we have interviews, we have some archival footage, we have a short film on here, and then inside we have, of course, the booklet, which this is a nice size booklet. And then you have the chapters of the movie. Here's the cast and the credits, and then this is, of course, part of the Little Tramp Chronicle. And then you have some essays, and then there's also an interview in here with Charles Chaplin from like 1966. So really, really cool. And then here is the disc, and then here is the girl who sells flowers that falls for his character, and then there's a flower. If you've not seen City Lights, if you've not collected any of the Charles Chaplin movies in the Criterion collection, I highly recommend them. I can't wait to get the rest of them and check them out. Alright, and that is spine number 680. And all my Criterions are organized by spine number. This next movie I got in a sale about last July, so it's been about a year. No, I got it last November, so it's been about a year because I didn't get anything in this past July. And that is Stagecoach, directed by John Ford. Of course, this has John Wayne in it. And one night I had a Western night and I popped this in, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's about, of course, a stagecoach trying to travel across the lands, trying to get to a city. And then there are a bunch of things that happen along the way, from a birth of a child to many different things that happen in terms of the stagecoach trying to be under attack, things like that. This is a great movie, high impact. Really should watch this again because I highly enjoy that. Stagecoach, directed by John Ford, number 516. There's some good special features. There's a silent feature by John Ford called Bucking Broadway. There is a new video appreciation of Stagecoach. There's some interviews. There's a video essay. There's a Screen Director's Playhouse 1949, a radio dramatization of Stagecoach. So that's kind of cool. There's some audio commentary. So there you go. That's the back. Inside, you have a nice book. I always enjoy the books that come with these. Of course, you have the chapters of the movie. And then here is the cast. So John Wayne is in here, Andy Devine, John Cardenine. It was a great cast. I really enjoyed the cast, directed by John Ford. And then it talks about, and then there's a essay, and then there's a stage to Lordsburg. And then here is the picture of the cast and the characters of the Stagecoach. And then in the back is about the transfer, things like that, production credits. And then here is the disc. And then inside is artwork of John Wayne's character called the Ringo Kid. Yeah, if you like westerns, this is a really good one. I highly enjoyed it. So be sure to check it out. And that is Stagecoach. Alright. Next up is Dazed and Confused, a movie from Richard Linklater. And this is spy number 336. And this movie is about the last day of high school in 1976. And a group of kids that celebrate being out of school, drive around town. There's a lot of angst, excitement, what's going to happen next, things like that. This is the 35th anniversary of the bicentennial. So I don't know. That's, I think, when the movie was made. But it has a documentary. It has a 10-minute. It has a footage from the 10th anniversary celebration, audition footage. And then here is the back. And then you open up it like this. And then here you have some pictures. Here's the back. And then on the inside you have some pictures, the disc. And then behind the disc you have some stuff. This has a great cast in it. And then here is the book. I've seen this movie a couple times. It also came with a poster, but I gave the poster to my friend who really likes this movie a lot. It has a great soundtrack to it as well. So in the movie is Jason London's in here, Joey Lauren Adams, Mila Djokovic, Adam Goldberg, Anthony Rapp, which is famous for Rent. Let's see who else is in here. Dina Martin, you have Matthew McConaughey, Ben Affleck, Jeremy Fox. I mean, just really a great cast is in this movie. And then here is some more artwork. So I really like that all the artwork is kind of similar throughout the entire thing. There's an article about Chuck Klosterman in here, which writes about a lot of different things. And then inside, there's some different letters, and then there's profiles of all the cast. So yeah, really cool release of Dazed and Confused by Richard Linklater. So Richard Linklater has a few films on Criterion, and so if you are a fan of his, if you're a fan of his directing and movie style, then there's some other films for you to check out. Next up is Fantastic Mr. Fox, directed by Wes Anderson, Spine number 700. Every Wes Anderson movie but Isle of Dogs is on Criterion Collection, and I will finish the Wes Anderson collection in this sale. And so we'll talk about that when it gets here. I watched this movie a while back. It's been a while. I really like this edition. It has some great artwork in terms of the town. Here are the discs. And then here is the booklet. And this is a really great movie in terms of how it was made with utilizing um, stop animation, and and actually having all of the characters, creating all of them, as you can see, like in this picture. Here is the entire cast. So George Clooney, Meryl Streep play Mr. and Mrs. Fox. Jason Schwartzman is here. He's in a lot of Wes Anderson films. Bill Murray, the same thing. William Dafoe, Owen Wilson, Michael Gambon. So this is Michael Gambon plays the antagonist Franklin Bean. So this movie is, I believe, from what I remember, it is about a group of foxes that are trying to find a home to live in or try to keep their home because there's some people that are trying to take it away from them, and it's like property ownership, things like that. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've watched this movie, but I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoy all of the set designs with everything is just real. Like all the foxes are there, everything's moving around. They have all the set pieces that look very accurate and to scale, and it's just a really great film. And this is something that I'll probably watch again very soon. Like I said, if you're a Wes Anderson fan, the Criterion Collection is for you, really, because all of his movies are on there, and they all have amazing releases. We just have to wait for Isle of Dogs to come to the Criterion Collection, which I'm sure it will. And I have that on Steelbook right now. All right. My final recommendation for this sale would be David Lynch's Eraserhead, Spy number 725. This is David Lynch's debut feature, and it is just a cult sensation. I don't know how to explain it. You just have to watch this movie. Like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to give anything away. Just sit down, understand that you may not understand this movie, understand that you may not get it. I think I understand.
I didn't get that. The internet isn't reachable.
Every video that thing goes off. I think I understand the main point of the movie, but I don't want to give everything away. But this has a bunch of stuff, a documentary about the film. It has a bunch of 6 short films by Lynch. It has a bunch of interviews, archival, stuff like that. And on the inside, it has a book that has an interview with him. But this was written, produced, and directed by David Lynch. And so here is the front cover. Here is the back. And then here is the disc with the main character. And then here is, if you've seen the movie, you know what that is. That's the main room where most of the movie, where a lot of the movie takes place. So inside the book here, you have the cast. So John Nance plays the main character. So there's some other people. I'll just give you the whole cast so you can see it. Credits. And then there's an interview in here with David Lynch called I See Myself, Eraserhead. So that goes through most of the book. And then that is, I think, the entire book, actually. And then there's some acknowledgement, special things, pictures. There's also Mulholland Drive, Blue Velvet, and then they just released The Elephant Man for David Lynch. They also have a Twin Peaks movie that is kind of a precursor to the TV show, and then they also have a documentary about David Lynch. And so I'm also going to try to finish this collection as well, because I really enjoyed this movie, and I already have Mulholland Drive. But there are my recommendations for this Criterion sale. Really, really enjoy the Criterion. I'm going to watch a few of these movies. Excited to get it. Stay tuned next week. I'll show off both Arrow and Criterion what I picked up. If you have any recommendations for me, put them in the comments section below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.